Well, I'm David Mosher. I lived on that lot for 17 years. I know the things that go on in that neighborhood, and none of these things have been addressed. In 17 years, I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people with out-of-county tags come down West James Street, go back Circle Ruction Circle, and 5 minutes later they're gone, as if we didn't know what they were doing. I cannot tell you how many times I have called the police for noise violations. I cannot tell you how many times I have called the police for fights. I cannot tell you the number of times I've called the police because of gunfire. They may think that the neighborhood is safe, but I'm gonna tell you, a stray bullet goes a long way. I don't care what anybody says. This lot will never have enough residents on it. That won't happen because nobody would buy it. If it's not approved, we'll go with small town mix-ins, put some other kind of business on there. But it will never be a residence again. I personally would not subject anybody to that because it's too dangerous. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Next.
Good evening, guys. I'm actually the general manager of Louis. My name's Ryan Willis. I drove up here. I actually got off work to come here, brought my child. But what I'd like to say first and foremost is what we would love to do is beautify the area, to do whatever we have got to do to make sure it fits the scheme of what the area looks like. Mr. Cannon, we're actually family. It's a family-owned restaurant. Me and my wife both run the restaurant. His children work with us. Many of our family members work with us. Matter of fact, some of our family members will come here to work, to help grow the area, to do whatever we've got to do. Nothing I've ever seen him put his hands to has been untasteful. It's been beautiful. I mean, I would call it an honor to have his building on my land. But as far as the trash and all the things that the negative sides of it, and all the time we've ran the restaurant in the last year and a half, I promise you, if I have to have my guys out there picking up trash, I've had them out there picking up little pieces of straw paper out of my parking lot. Why? Because I want it clean. I want it to look, I want it presentable. I'm a pastor of a church there in Auburn, and I wouldn't want anything to be unpleasant in that restaurant as I wouldn't want it in my church. And everything we've done, we've tried to make sure we've done it to excellence. We don't want to put trash in there. We don't want to put junk in there. And as far as a failing business, I'm sorry. We don't come in here intending to fail. We want to bring people in from the lake. We want to bring them in from Wetumpka. We want to bring them in from Notasulga. Wherever we got to bring them in to this area to eat, when they come to eat, guess what? They're going to spend money other places. And we want to build an environment in that area, around the school, around all these industrial areas that they can come eat. I know the drive-through is a big thing. That's a large part of our business. We just sat back a minute ago. I'm looking at the store from here, and I'm watching on cameras as my drive-through is constantly packed. I'm also looking as a large group of church women are sitting there eating and fellowshipping and having a good time. Why? Because we've formed that environment in our restaurant. And with the churches in the area, there's several churches here. We want them to feel welcome. We want people of anything to feel welcome to the school. We want to help the school. We want to sponsor the sports. We want to sponsor the kids. We want to do whatever we've got to do to help the area. So I know it may feel like we're trying to be malicious in what we do because we're wanting to change the way things are done, but we're not. We're here simply because we believe in Tallassee. When Doug brought me up here a few months ago to look at another piece of property, we rode through and he said, Ron, he said, this is the best area for a restaurant because there's a need here. You're 15 minutes from the lake. I mean, you're just a few miles down the road from several towns that need somewhere to come eat and to have fun and to have family time. We are a family restaurant. We're not fast food. We have to tell people that all the time. Just because I don't come out and serve you with a waitress, we're not fast food. We cook everything to order, and we want everybody just to come in and have a good time. It's a family-owned restaurant, but it's about having an environment that we can fellowship and have some fun together. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, sir. There's about 3 minutes left in the 20 minutes. So next. If no one else would like to speak.
Could you speak up a little bit?
If no one else would like to speak, I will close the public hearing at this time. Excuse me, Mr. Cannon.
I'm Doug Cannon. I actually own Louis, and this Ryan, I guess you met him, he's my manager, but like I say, my mother's from Tallahassee. My father, they're from Tallahassee, so we got a restaurant started probably a year and a half ago in Auburn. And I was riding through one day, I said, you know, there's a need in Tallahassee for what we do. And I saw the lot that the Moshers had for sale. And so I called them up and talked to them. And I say prior to that, we looked at several other properties, but I just felt like the property they had was the best location for Louis because it's the gateway coming in to Tallahassee from Montgomery. And I just think it'd be a benefit for Tallahassee for us to come here. Like I say, I'm not coming in trying to, stir up anything, but so I'm just here to try to help Tallahassee and employ some people and do the right thing.
Thank you for your comments. About a minute left if anyone else would like to speak. If no one else would like to speak, I'll close the public hearing portion of the meeting. I thank everyone for your comments and your respect for one another as the comments were made. Does the commission have any questions or anything they'd like to say? Okay, I'll entertain a motion at this time. What's the pleasure of the commission?
I guess I'll speak up then. Nobody else wants to. Based on our ordinance, that's been set forth for some long period of time, general business is not allowed on that lot. And looking down the road, I mean, basically all we're here to look at as to whether or not it's satisfactory to change this lot from small town mix to general business. And that's all we've got facing us, regardless of what anybody thinks about anybody else, or it has nothing to do with any business that might go there. It comes down to, do you rezone this lot to general business? Based on our ordinance, it does not allow that. Because of that, I recommend that we deny the rezone.
Motion been made. We recommend to council that the petition to rezone the lot at 102 Jordan Avenue from small town mix to general business be denied. Do I have a second to that motion? Seconded by Commissioner Smith. Is there any comments or discussion concerning the motion? I would like to point out to the public that our future land use map designates that area as downtown historic, and the type of restaurant that Mr. Cannon, thank you, has is not allowable in that area. Therefore, this time, all in favor of the motion to deny the request, raise your right hand. Motion opposed, the same sign. Motion passes with one abstention.